Well, this week we had the official start of fall, and temperatures have felt really anything but fall-like. We got into those mid-80s again for today. I'm expecting us to stay there for at least another week before we can start to get closer into fall-like temperatures. But right now, it's this time of the year that you typically start to see the leaves turn a little bit color. You start to lose some of that green. You can't see it too well because we're looking at the downtown camera at night, but most of the trees in Springfield and in the Ozarks still have the green. Not much turn that has been happening, and this is where we typically get kind of that minimal impact. I got it paused on the expected foliage map, September 27th, so this was yesterday. It's some places in the Ozarks start to see a little bit of patchy color typically this time of the year, but having temperatures into the 80s, having lows into the 60s doesn't really help that, where I think most of this fall color change can be a little bit delayed in this year. It's still coming, but I think we'll start to hit the peak probably later into October rather than in middle of October for this season. That's especially true for places along the state line and areas that are kind of off the mountains. We have to wait just another week, kind of early into November until that switch happens. But this is the ingredients for a perfect fall color. Let's go through one by one, see which ones we have. And bright sunny days, absolutely. That's a check mark for what we have for today. That's going to be a check mark for the next week. This one, not really. You want to get temperatures cool into the 40s, into the 50s. That really starts to accelerate that color. We've been on that warmer side of things. We've had the calm wind, so the leaves are actually sticking on the trees. This is going to be the complicated one, just the right amount of water, and we've been having drought conditions grow into the Ozarks, and here's the rain outlook for the next week. Doesn't look like a whole lot of rain. We may get some showers, and I mean very isolated and very light showers to finish this week off, but that's about it on our rain chances as we're getting back to a typical pattern. I hate saying these words. I thought I was done saying these words in 2025, but summer ridge. That's what's building back. I'm putting a question mark on it because we are almost in October, so it feels wrong calling it a summer ridge. But this pattern, almost a blocking pattern that's going to stop the clouds from forming. It's going to stop any wet weather and allow warm temperatures to ramp up. Kicked off today, and it's going to be really lasting throughout this entire week. So rain opportunities are looking extremely hard to come by for the next week. I think our chances are this right here, slim to none. We could get some isolated showers at the end of the week, but it's really that second week of October. I think that's our next opportunity that we can get some decent rainfall. But until then, don't expect too much to come our way. It's quiet on satellite radar. That's how it's going to be staying over the next couple days. Tomorrow will play out just like what we got for today. A little bit of a change in the pattern on Tuesday, and you can start to see some clouds that'll develop off in Kansas and Oklahoma. That will get pulled our way on Tuesday, so you'll lose some of the sunshine, but I don't think we gain any rain chances for Tuesday. Here's the temperatures. Tonight, 58 degrees. That's pretty similar to where we were for this morning hour. 85, for tomorrow. That's exactly what we had for today. And then once we get into Tuesday, maybe those clouds keep us about 1 degree cooler, but not a drastic shift on any day in the 7-day forecast. Look at the temperatures there, 85, 84, 85, 86, 85, every day into those mid-80s with mostly sunny skies. Once again, I don't think this is your week to see any rainfall.
You know, Matt, if you guys weren't the most accurate in the Ozarks for what, 8 years now in a row?
9 years.
9 years in a row. I would think that you're just copying and pasting because
it would make it easier. There is a phrase in the weather. If someone asks, what's the weather like? And you say, tomorrow's going to be pretty much like what we got for today. You're right 70% of the time.
All right.
That's a fun weather fact for you.
Okay.
This week, that's probably going to be 100% right.
Wow. Well, we can use that at parties, I guess. Thanks, Matt. Well.